Good morning, you guys. Happy Tuesday. Sorry, this pop usually takes longer for it to pop on, and my loopy is not allowing. I'll have to rotate. I just wanted to pop in here and talk to you. I had a couple questions from some of my challengers and also something I've been experiencing. So first of all, isn't my new tank awesome? It's for my January crew. No fears, no limits, no excuses. I don't know if it's backwards. Is it backwards for you guys? I always get confused, like when are words backwards? Is it a selfie? Whatever. Or when you're in a mirror. I don't know. So I was having this issue, and when I first started my nutrition program, I followed this one system, and it worked great. I lost the weight. I learned how to eat, and it was amazing. Oh, my shirt's backwards. Well, good. I'm glad I read it to you then, so I could tell you. Thank you. I always get confused about that. I swear I'm an intelligent person, but that's confuses me. So when I first started, I started this system. I was very regimented, not regimented, but I was learning the right portions, what to eat, how to not restrict. And then we had another nutrition program that came along, gave us food freedom, and I loved it, and it got me in maintenance mode. So I wasn't doing a program, losing 10 pounds, gaining it back. You know what I mean? It showed me how to eat and maintain. So I've been doing that now for 2 years, and I've been always within a couple pounds, give or take, my birthday month. I have a birthday month, or stuff like that. But within reason, I've always been within a couple pounds, and I would get a little more muscles in some programs, but basically the same status quo. And so 2 weeks into this program now, and I'm still status quo, and I'm oh, it's not working. And it's not the program, you guys. The program is amazing. I had to do some self-reflection, and I had a chat with one of my challengers, and I shared in my boot camp. I said, this is what's happening is the way that you are eating, whatever you're eating, if you're not losing weight, you have to factor in, are you sleeping? Are you under stress? Are you losing inches? All that, you have to take in those measurements. But if all that is fine, so what you're consuming, what you are eating every day is keeping you in that maintenance mode. So you need to change your food into healthier versions. Sorry, someone was messaging me. Healthier versions of those foods, carbs. So you have to focus on more healthier carbs, because there's a tiered system of food, healthier fruits and vegetables. And so with my nutrition program, it's tiered, so you know what foods are healthier in the categories. Bananas are they're a higher sugar content of fruit, so you could eat other choices. So I had this conversation with her, and I was you really have to, what you're doing, you have to stop doing. You have to change it, and it's so common sense. You're yeah, you're right. It's great that you are eating healthy, but if you want to get different results, you have to change it up. You can't keep doing the same thing and beating your head against the wall. And that's kind of what I've been doing the last couple days. And I was kind of getting frustrated. And then I was no, I have to change it up. So I did, and I'm starting to see results now. And I also want to address a really good thing that someone said the other day. Sometimes people get this a lot, and they're oh, you look fine, you don't need to lose weight, you're fine, blah blah, whatever. They mean it with good intentions, but here's the thing, you guys, for anyone going through that, or if you have somebody in the family or a friend, don't worry, you're if you go out with friends, you don't need to lose weight, you're fine, But here's the thing, you guys, self-love does not mean that you don't have goals. Let me say that again. Self-love does not mean you don't have goals. I can love myself exactly where I am at this point in my journey, but I can still want to do other things. I could still want to get more muscles, to have a six-pack, to lose some inches. That does not mean I don't love myself the way that I am right now. It just means I just have different goals, and I want to push myself a little bit more. I'm in that season of wanting more. And wanting more does not mean that you don't like yourself right now. And I think a lot of people, are under that impression. That's great. I stretch marks. I love, not that I love them, I've accepted them. I've accepted where I am right now, but just because I want to work and have other goals, it has no reflection on anybody else. So the next time like someone says that to you, like, or maybe you won't say that to someone, like, oh, you look fine. You're like, well, maybe the person doesn't feel fine, and they enjoy where they are now, but they just want to take it to that next level. They just want to get into a season of dialing stuff in instead of living that like 70-30 lifestyle of 70% on track and clean, 30% kind of off track. Maybe they want to bump it up to 90-10 or 80-20. Like, don't stop people, or don't, roll your eyes like, oh, there she is. Like, no, like, you can still love yourself and what you're doing today, but you can still work for tomorrow. It's the same thing. Like, you might love your job, but you want to do a little bit better. So I think that's a good kind of a self-reflection thing to do, or kind of when you speak to people, catch yourself saying that, because I'm guilty. I've said that to people. Oh, you look fine, but it's not about that. It's about what they want and what they're envisioning and what their goals are. So we're January 14th, almost halfway into the month. So you get to that point, like, you guys, there's like 3 types of people. There's the people that set resolutions and have already quit. There's people that set them. And I'm talking not a New Year's resolution. I'm talking a freaking daily resolution where every day you show up. So there's people that set them, quit, people that are still rocking them, which is awesome. And then the people that are like, I'm not setting them because I don't do that, So those are the 3 type of people. So let me know, you guys. Sorry, another message. Let me know which one you are. Like, are you person A, who has set them, you're rocking it? B, you set them and you can kind of see like, oh shit, it's starting to fall apart. Or C, you're like, nope, I don't do that. I don't set goals for myself. Any A, B, or C, you guys, just drop me what you are. I'm curious, like, to see where people are. Some people, I'm just curious to see where people are, because it gets a little, my job is to help people like stay on track and get motivated. So if I have some B people, or even C people if they're ready, like, I'm just curious to help more people. So it always gives me feedback on like what's the status of people's health and wellness. So I hope you guys enjoyed like what to do if the scale's not budging, if you're feeling frustrated. You really have to do a self-reflection. I'm going to recap what I said. Look at your food choices, be honest. And if you're not seeing the like inches go down, or your pants aren't fitting better and that scale's not, like, all that combined, you got to change your food. And I'm not talking about cutting out all the carbs and like starving yourself. I'm talking about intentional, smart changes, okay? No fads, nothing crazy. I've been doing this now it's been almost 5 years. So everyone's like, you're still doing that diet thing? I'm like, I don't know about you, but I don't know anyone that's ever been on a diet for 5 years. Like, this is not a diet. I probably say that 5,000 times a day to people. Like, this is not a diet. Like, anytime I like ask for a recipe, oh, well, it's not healthy. I eat non-healthy stuff to people. But that's really what to do when you find that the scale isn't budging and you're not seeing the inches, you're not seeing the results that you want. You really have to focus on your nutrition and tweak it. And if you guys have any questions, shoot me, like, comment below or shoot me a private message. We can chat nutrition. I help a lot of people, focus on that when their workouts are on point and they have a great workout plan, but they are struggling with that nutrition piece, that accountability, that motivation. So it's kind of like a mid-month check. So I hope you guys have a good day. I'm gonna go eat.